Hello Pisces, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Pisces for the week of January 24th. Now Pisces, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Pisces, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, they are impersonating me and trying to scam you, so please do keep that in mind. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. Let's see what we have going on here for you, Pisces. Now, if you watch my content regularly and you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. If this is the first time you're seeing me, viewing me, welcome, and please do also consider hitting subscribed. But let's see what we have here. Make sure everything's in view, get all the cards out, and we'll get right into it. All right. I think that looks just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Tower. So the Tower talks about some sort of upheaval happening in your life, okay? This can mark the beginning or it can mark an abrupt ending to something, okay? It's sort of abrupt or shocking or that type of energy, right? Something that catches you by surprise. And the whole idea with the Tower is it says that if you are living in a house of cards, that's about to collapse. And the thing is, that's really, the way that you can view that is that's really the universe stepping in and saying, hey, listen, the way that you're operating right now is not in accordance to your divine plan or your divine path or your highest timeline. And what we're going to do is change something and put you on your highest timeline. All right, so a lot of people get worried about the Tower, and yes, it can be challenging, but always know that there is, the card that follows the Tower is the Star, which is the fulfillment of a wish, it's hope, optimism for the future, and it's generally good things. And always know that times will get better. And the thing about the Tower is it's unfortunately a necessary evil. You can kind of view it like that, where I don't know anybody in this timeline who has not faced adversity, okay? And that's kind of the way I view the Tower. It can also, like on a maybe lighter note, it can represent a revelation happening in your life. And in fact, you have my combination of spiritual awakenings, spiritual revelations. This is one of the Tower and the Judgment is probably, for me, the most spiritual combination that you could get, because oftentimes when you go through a period of spiritual awakening, it's not exactly easy. And so you do have that going on. Now, I have to say, one card never makes a reading, and literally every card here is positive, except the Tower on the bottom. So do keep that in mind. And in fact, I think this is one of these moments where sometimes Towers are not necessarily doom and gloom. In fact, I think this is more about revelations for you. And I think it's more about spiritual awakenings, spiritual understandings, based on the other cards that I see here on the board. So in the middle, you have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is the fulfillment of a wish, okay? It's one of the most positive cards in the tarot. You can see this person here is holding up their cup, they're laughing, they're smiling. Presumably people are coming into their pub or their tavern or their small business, and things are going well. And this is all about emotional contentment. And so for some of you, it's interesting because it's like you have the Tower here as well, which is kind of like an opposite message in some respects. But like I said, I think right now, some of you may be coming to the understanding that your wish is coming true, and it may not have unfolded the way you thought it was going to unfold. There may have been twists and turns along the way, but there may have been an understanding or an awakening around some sort of wish that you've had for a long time, some sort of manifestation even. Now, in the past, you have the Seven of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Empress. So that's all money. That's material energy here happening. The reason being is the Empress is the most abundant card in the tarot. It's all about fertility and prosperity and resourcefulness, okay? The Empress is extremely resourceful. Not only do they have everything they need, but they have a surplus of the things that they need. And I have to say, your financial energy here looks extremely good at this time. And I'll get into that some more as we go along. But it's always a good sign to see this Empress card. The Empress is also associated with Venus. Venus is the planet of beauty and romance, but it's also the planet of luxury and wealth. And so it's a very, very good sign. Now, you also have this Seven of Pentacles here in this upper corner. This is talking about long-term success, okay, and long-term growth. In typically an investment, you could say that it's like a long-term investment paying off, but also represents a harvest that has taken some time and has taken a lot of sweat equity. You've put a lot of work into having this harvest come through. It's interesting because this person here is kind of looking out to the horizon and they're asking themselves, like, I worked very hard for what I have right here, what has grown. Do I want to change directions? Do I want to keep working for everything that I've built here? Or do I want to go in a new direction? Do I want to harvest this situation here and move into a new direction? Or do I want to harvest this and keep going in the same direction? So it's about directional changes in some ways. Now, you also here have this Knight of Pentacles. So this is a financial event arriving in your life. It's also a card of slow and steady growth, similar to the Seven of Pentacles. Both of these cards are hard-working cards, okay? Not only hard-working, but dependability and reliability. And it says that through those sorts of virtues, you are being given the rewards of the universe here, really. And especially that is especially true when the Empress is below this energy as well. So just adding on to it here, like confluence is happening for you in terms of your financial situation. So it looks very, very good for you. Now, in your current situation, you have the Four of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. So we have this 9-9 energy here happening. You know, you're like right there. You're basically like you're either going through completions or you're about to go through completions. Actually, the Judgment card indicates being right there as well. So I actually feel like some of you are really, really going through like the last stages of enlightenment, or you're going through like the final stages of completing something, completing a goal, completing a task, completing a wish. And this Nine of Pentacles here is a really nice card for money. It's one of my favorite abundance cards in that this person is financially independent. Okay, they've grown a bush here that is providing them with pentacles and presumably with fruit as well. The flowers here, you can think of the flowers as fruit, indicating that they not only have everything they need, but they have something that sustains them for the long haul. And so very nice energy here, all about your financial independence, all about your money and your ability to make that happen in your life. The Four of Swords is interesting because this is a card of rest, recovery, recuperation. You can, in some ways, I oftentimes read this as a card that says that you're healing from heartbreak, because the Three of Swords card, which is a card of heartbreak, is on the banner above this person. But it really might say that, like, you may need to take some time to enjoy the work that you've harvested here with the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles here, where it's like, what is life without enjoying some of your hard work, right? And that's what I feel like saying to you. Now, in the future, you have the Eight of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Judgment card. So the Judgment card, let's just start with the Judgment card here. With the Tower, like I said, that is, for me, it's like thunder and lightning. It's like, bam, now I understand what's going on here, okay? Judgment card is all about spiritual awakenings, but with the Tower, it's even more so, okay? And not only that, but this is the second to last card of the Major Arcana, and it says that you might want to go into a period of self-evaluation and ask yourself what it is you need to do to get to the last stage of the Major Arcana, which is the World. And get ready for that, because the choices you've made up to this point are rendering out in real time, in that it's a card of karma. Now, you also have this High Priestess here, which is about, this could be, I read this card as a Pisces. I also think it can be associated with the moon, but you know, this is a card of somebody who's a way shower in this lifetime, whether that's you or someone else leading the way for other people. You can see this is, the High Priestess here is emerging from water, indicating that there's hidden knowledge coming to the surface as well. And it's all about intuition, knowledge coming out, even maybe learning something, studying something. You also have this Eight of Pentacles, which is honing your craft, okay? Building something amazing. You have a lot to bring to the table, okay? And it also says that there's good movement forward. There's positive movement forward in your life in some ways. it also is a card of extreme talent. And so some of you really truly do deserve this. It's another hardworking card. So I feel like some of you might even want to do a little bit of play at this time. But let's go ahead and start to clarify. If you're enjoying this, hit that like button, subscribe, and you can check out my website to sign up for my email list if that's something that is of interest to you. There's a link to that in the description below. Hope things are going well for you as well. Okay, so we have She-Wolf, Unleash the Wild Within, Winter, Take Care of Your Needs, and Water Guardian, Connect with Your Emotions. So this card's been coming in for the collective here, this Water Guardian card. But, you know, that's a very Piscean card right here, energy. Now, what I think is going on here is, you know, with this winter energy, I do feel like there's something that you need to wrap up here. To get yourself ready for the spring, to get yourself ready, to get yourself through this period of winter that we're in. And, you know, that could be something as mundane as taxes, right? It could also mean that, like I said, there's there's something coming in here during this winter season for you around abundance, around achieving a goal. And you're like almost there. So, yeah. Okay, now this card flew out. Listen to your intuition, of course. Look, we have this card of intuition here with the High Priestess. You are a Pisces in the near future. Trust. And what is this other one? Reconsider. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting here. Not sure what's going on with the reconsider energy, because it could mean this, talking about this period of evaluation that you may want to go into here. And just, you know, maybe I get this energy of you, some of you just like wrapping up loose ends here, okay? And that's maybe what's going on. Again, it's like you're right there. Okay, I feel like you're right there. You're at the precipice of the mountain right now. And I would say, you know, keep scaling the mountain, Pisces, because something good's coming in here, I have to tell you. Let's see what else we get. Let's pull some additional messages. All right, so we're going to get some tarot cards here to clarify. So you have the Ten of Wands, you have the Seven of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. Wow. Okay, so you have the Seven of Pentacles coming in once again. You had it up here. And so some of you, this is around something you've built, okay, something you've grown here, especially as you have this Empress energy. The Ace of, I do need to point this out. The Ace of Wands and the Empress is a combination of fertility. And so if you're not interested in having children, I would say just be careful, do what you need to do, okay, in that area. But if you are looking for children, it's definitely a very good sign. Perhaps for some of you, this is something you've wanted for a long time. But on the other end, this could mean that your baby is a project. You are treating your work or a project in your work life like your child. And you're nurturing something here into creation with the Ace of Wands, which is a card of creation, of the spark of life, of you know, entrepreneurial, passionate, new beginning energy. And it's a very nice sign. So you also have this Ten of Wands here, which I do feel like some of you are working extremely, extremely, extremely hard. And this could even be kind of branching into becoming a burden for some of you. So I would just take a look at that, especially as we have these messages of rest. Yeah, this Seven of Wands here, Five of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. Okay. Well, you know, there's also a lot of confluence here around not giving up. Okay, not giving up at this time. Continuing to go forward and, you know, peak the mountain, get to the mountaintop here at this time, because the Seven of Wands says they're actually on the hill, they're on the mountain, and they are defending their position against people who are not handling their success well. Okay, so it's a card of competition. And don't let anyone at this time, Pisces, get in the way of this harvest here that you've been growing for a very, very, very long time. Okay, there could be someone who's just maybe just having a hard time seeing you win, because you also have this Five of Swords, which is all about perhaps somebody trying to win at all costs, and somebody maybe not taking their foot off the gas pedal, but you have the leg up here. And I do see you being in a very good position overall. Now you have this Eight of Wands as well, which is amazing. It's a quick moving event that brings about good news. It's accelerated motion. It's the feeling of getting unstuck. It's the feeling of moving forward, having the wind at your back. And it can also represent communication coming in from a distance. But it's a very, very good card. So you have the High Priestess again. You have the Seven of Swords and the Sun. So you here potentially are fooling yourself or robbing yourself, because there's this Seven of Swords, which I sometimes read as deception. From most of the time I read it as somebody backstabbing you or deceiving you in some ways, but I don't get that energy here. I feel like you are robbing yourself at this time. And the reason being is there's so much positive energy here, and the whole message in this reading is that you're right there. You're right at the mountaintop. And so do not stop right before the ending, okay? Do not stop right before the finish line. Cross the finish line here, Pisces, because you have this amazing energy of the Sun into the Judgment, which is 1920. The Sun is the best card in the tarot. It's total positivity, total success, victory, and joy, happiness. It's the happiest card as well in the tarot. And it's also a card of truth, because the Sun will shine its ray on anything that is untruthful in your life. And so recognize that there is karma coming forward here, especially with the Judgment energy. And whatever's going on here with this person, maybe trying to be competitive or whatever it is, that will work out. This High Priestess is trust your intuition here, okay? And trust that during this time of maybe spiritual awakening, spiritual revelation. Yeah, there's a new beginning here with this Four of Wands, absolutely. So very nice energy. Let's go ahead and see what else we have to clarify here. All right, so let's pull some of these Kipper cards. You're getting communication, that is for sure, with message, great fortune, lovers, gift, poverty, and occupation. Okay, so what's happening here is some of you, you do have a bunch of my like self-employment markers that I would look at. The Great Fortune Occupation combination is the author of this Kipper Deck's self-employment combination. Okay, so some of you, and it's like major success in self-employment, not just, oh, I'm starting something. No. Major success in whatever it is that you're doing, especially as you have this Ace of Wands, which is like the best card to get if you're looking to start a business or even, bring something into existence. And you have this gift card as well, this is around your talents, your expertise, your abilities, your gifts that you can share with the world here. I'm not sure what's going on with the poverty card. I don't see it other than perhaps this message of you robbing yourself. And yeah, there's some sort of potentially someone stepping forward here with the Four of Wands and the courtship card as you get this thing into existence here, as you bring this manifestation into reality, which I see you doing. So wow, love this message. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. Have a great day. Take care. And I will see you in the next reading.